I want to welcome you to this special short video titled How to Turn Your Website from an Expense into a Money Machine. You know, most business owners are frustrated with the performance of their website. It just sits there doing nothing, not bringing in any customers. It's an expense and it's not bringing in any type of revenue. Are you one of these business owners? So let me ask you a quick question. Who created your website? Was it a friend, a neighbor, a relative, or even a professional web designer? But the more important questions are, why did they create it and what type of website did they create for you? You know, most of the time a website is created because someone told you you had to do it, or all your competitors were doing it, so you didn't want to get left behind. Now, having a website is a great thing, but doing it just to do it means it's a non-revenue expense. What you need is a business asset. And if you're like most businesses, your webmaster created a brochure style website. You know the kind, it only has a few pages, it's hardly ever touched, it's just like an online brochure. It only talks about you and it doesn't have a way to capture leads and convert them into paying customers. It's not really optimized properly so that you can rank high in the search engines either. Brochure websites are an expense, but direct response websites are a profit-producing asset. So let's talk about that a little bit more. You see, family, friends, neighbors, and even professional web designers are not bad people. They're just not real good marketers. Even though they have your best interest at heart, most of the time they do not know the effective marketing and proven strategies that they can use to create a website that actually increases revenue for your business. A solution to this is to make a few powerful changes to your website. You really want these recommended by someone you can trust, someone who's a marketer, not just a web designer. And the recommendations consist of proven strategies that are so easy to use, your current webmaster can implement these in about 48 hours. So imagine how much better your business and your life will be when your website is actually producing profits instead of sitting there just as an expense on your profit and loss statements. How do you think your business and life will change for the better? Here are some of the benefits that you will achieve by following our online profit blueprint strategy. You will experience increased sales. You'll attract more new customers. You'll lower and in some cases completely eliminate your advertising costs. You'll obtain more repeat business from your current and past customers, and you will increase your conversion rates. But before you take advantage of all of these benefits, you must first understand the online diamond. Once you do, you'll begin to see how easy it is to transfer your website into a profit center. Almost every single business, especially the small businesses, have a website, but it's been used as a necessary evil. You know, somewhere someone told you it was a good idea to have a website, so you wanted to compete with other businesses, so you went ahead and had one created. And most likely they didn't tell you how to do it properly and in a way that actually helps you generate profit for your business and not just sit there as an expense. You know, there's a lot of confusion and conflicting information out there today that makes it difficult to know what to do, much less how to do it. They don't really want to show you how to do it. So we want to break this down in a very simple way, and that's why we created the online marketing diamond. You know, there's hundreds, maybe thousands of variables that you can go into detail about how to set up an online marketing campaign, but it doesn't have to be that difficult. You don't have to get caught up in all the fluff and hype that goes into the internet today. We've developed a proven 4-point plan that any business can use to start generating income from their website in 48 hours. In the next few slides, we're going to cover the 4 keys to success. But before we do that, let's cover the 4 keys just really, really quick. When we cover the online marketing diamond, we're going to go over things like website design, lead capture, Google Spotlight, and mobile friendly. For the website design, we're going to talk about some minimum requirements that your website should have. The lead capture system is, we just want to kind of go over whether or not your website is capturing leads and following up with those leads automatically. When we discuss the Google Spotlight, we'll talk about website ranking, whether your site is optimized for the search engines, and mobile friendly, we will review the pinch and scroll test and really kind of figure out if your website looks good on all website devices. So let's talk about website design. First, we need to understand what the eye test is. When you visit a website, what are you drawn to first? What are your immediate thoughts and how does it make you feel? Is it easy to navigate? Is it easy flowing? Or do you really feel stressed out because you don't know where to go? All of these questions fit into the eye test. Some things to consider are the colors, the flow, but we're not going to get into too much detail about that. But what we do want to focus on are things like the USP and does it meet the Google heat map requirement? The first thing we want to talk about is the USP, which stands for Unique Selling Proposition. And does your website clearly demonstrate your USP? So what is a USP? Well, it's a simple statement that clearly identifies why you are not only unique, but also demonstrate that you are the only person they should do business with over any and all of your competitors, right? Your USP makes your visitors say, I would have to be a fool not to do business with this company. The next must-have is a Google heat map triangle requirement. There have been hundreds of tests as to where the eyes wander when they're on a website. As you can see by the red, orange, and yellow triangle, this is where the visitor's eyes go first. So if your site does not have the important information in this area, you are losing potential customers. Now let's get into lead capture and a follow-up system. This section is by far the most important section, so pay very close attention to what I'm talking about here. So why is it so important? Because the money is in the list. Imagine for a second having a list of customers as well as a list of prospective customers and being able to market to them, every single one of them at the same time in a moment's notice, and being able to do it for free. You know, and you want to set this up to work on autopilot, so you don't really have too much to really worry about. How much would this save you in advertising dollars? If you're like most companies, this figure is in the thousands of dollars. And here's the best part. This is so easy to set up and do. Every business should have a lead capture mechanism on their site. Capturing leads using a lead capture mechanism is one way to grab your customers, but we really want to focus on how to convert them into buyers because that's the most important thing. That's what's going to put money in your pocket. And every prospect buys based on their own buying line. Sometimes they're a 1 and they're not really ready to buy, and sometimes they're a 100 and they're ready to buy right now. So you need to make sure you have some conversion tools that will help them buy from you. We're going to talk about some of those conversion tools in the next slide. But 80% of your target market is ready to buy at some point. So you got to have something ready for them so that they can hit that buy button. You know, there's many variables that you can use to turn a captured lead into a customer. So let's discuss a few of those. Some general items that are really important to convert a customer are things like great website copy, not just boring stuff, but well-written, engaging copy. You also need some testimonials from past customers and a guarantee. These are things that will build trust and will turn lookers into buyers. And you want to make sure you have an irresistible offer. We're putting some of those on the screen right now, but you want to have something they just cannot do without. And don't forget how powerful conversion tools like free reports, audios, videos, having a free checklist, you know, having a real solid, repeatable sales message, all of those things are highly effective conversion tools. You must build a relationship first with your customers, and then they're going to want to buy everything that you offer them. Okay, let's talk about the Google Spotlight. You know, one of the biggest challenges that small businesses have is that they assume just by having a website that money is going to be going into the bank account and that revenues are just going to automatically increase and just start pouring in, while the reality of it proves otherwise. Not only do you need to have a quality designed site, but you also need to understand how to structure that site so that you can rank high in the search engines. Most importantly with Google. When you rank high in the search engines, you will gain a tremendous amount of website traffic. This traffic will be turned into customers, and if you have a well-designed and useful website with the lead capture system, this is going to be awesome for your sites. You want to make sure you pay attention to this. Now let's talk about mobile friendly. You know, we really want to give your customers a fantastic user experience, and that's essential to them to build trust with you. Since most customers are using mobile devices, you need to make sure your site looks good on all mobile devices. Now I want you to look at the difference between these two sites. One is hard to read and you need to pinch and scroll to see any valuable information. If you can't find the phone number, There's no tap to call button, but the other one's really easy to view. The one on the right, you can see the tap to call buttons are right in front. It's user friendly and the text is big. So you get the idea. I mean, having a mobile site is very important. Now, there's some other reasons why having mobile is very important, and that's, strengthening your brand awareness and getting more calls. You don't want people going to your site seeing that it's not mobile friendly and then just backing straight out of it. You want something that's clean and easy to use and really engaging with a good user interface. That's very important. You want to make sure your page loads really fast. It's integrated with social media so you can really tie everything in together. And definitely, you do not want your customers to have to pinch and scroll to zoom in and zoom out. So with the online marketing diamond, we really covered the 4 keys to success with turning your website from an expense into a profit machine. So what I suggest we do next is what our other clients do, and it's very low risk, very low investment. What we suggest is that you contact us today so we can start your very own personalized profitability blueprint. This is going to be specifically made for your business. You're going to receive exact strategies and suggestions for your business, not some cookie cutter solution. This is going to be personalized for your business only. And the best part is you can take this report, you can give it to your current webmaster to implement it. Anybody that gets this report can start to put their strategies into action right away. While we would love for you to hire us to implement the blueprint, we understand that you may not want to ruffle the feathers of your current webmaster. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So we understand that, but we want to provide this report for you so that you can get your website on its way to really doing well for you. So what we recommend is that you give them this blueprint, and it'll avoid all of the hurt feelings, but at the same time, you'll have the website that will dominate your competition and create a new, powerful profit center for your business. Now, our time is limited, so make sure you contact us as soon as possible if you want us to get started on this online profit blueprint, because we want to help your business. I want to thank you so much for watching this short presentation. Take care.